When I was 2, my parents split up. I spent majority of the time being in different homes, from my dad's to my mom's and eventually to my grandma's. At my dad's, it was kind of hostile, abusive. I didn't see the addiction, but I do know now that it was going on. My mom, a lot of drinking and partying. And then at my grandma's, it was a lot of really forced into the Christian lifestyle. I had to go to church twice on Sundays, Bible studies Wednesdays, youth on Fridays. It would have been okay if I didn't already feel like I was lost in life. I felt like I really resisted that, so me and my grandma clashed for a long time. I didn't know where I belonged. I felt like my dad didn't want me because he was with my stepmom, and they had their whole little family figured out. With my mom, she had a son with my stepdad, my brother, and just didn't seem like I belonged there either. I never really believed that I could ever be addicted because I saw my parents struggle with addiction so bad that I thought it wouldn't faze me because I know what not to do. But I think growing up, there was also the question in my mind about what did they give me up for? What was it that ever was so intriguing that they could just walk away from me or just their families in general? So after I turned 18, me and my friends started going to the bars quite often. I had originally planned to go to a post-secondary school. I was going to take criminology in Lethbridge, something I was really looking forward to doing. It wasn't until a few months in of being 18 that there was people at a party that had cocaine, and I got offered a line, and I thought to myself, no, like, I'm never going to do that. But then in the back of my head, I thought, what was that feeling that... So that was my first time trying cocaine, and I really liked it. Like, it made me feel alive. It made me feel really social, and just fearless, and I liked that feeling, and I didn't have a care about anything else in the world. I remember a guy at the party telling me, if you ever have to buy it, you've gone too far. Like, if you ever have to buy it yourself, but if people offer it to you, it's okay. So from party to party, I was like, oh, it's okay, and then I found myself wanting more. So I remember buying it one time, but only buying a half bag, so it was okay, and then it led to more and more, and I went to work for my grandpa. He had a company. Working with him, they had random drug testing, so that kept me sober for a bit. And then once I felt that I had conquered that addiction, that I wasn't addicted anymore, same thing, moved back to Slave Lake, struggled again, then moved back to grandma's, and it was just back and forth. I hadn't actually felt like I needed to go back to addiction for about three and a half years, and in that time I got pregnant, had my daughter. After starting what I thought was the perfect family and building our life up together, there was things that crept in, secrets, lies, searching for our happiness in other people, just feeling like something was missing. I actually felt like I needed to counteract my drinking. So I remember a friend that I knew had struggled with drugs. It's been a while, just want to try it out again years later, and I was right back there. Again, I thought I could maintain it and just get things done around the house. Things just became more chaotic. I was isolating myself from family, but I also felt emotionally disconnected from my daughter. It was just a petty argument that me and Kane were having one time. And I remember us just screaming at each other, and that just seemed normal at the time. And I remember looking over at my daughter, and she was just kind of keeping herself happy, and it was like it didn't even faze her. So I think that was like the pivotal moment in which I realized, okay, like, my life is a mess here. I can't manage. What can I do from here? When I first got to Adira, I felt really angry with my daughter. I had a lot of rage, and although I didn't physically hurt her, I know emotionally that I did. I would say things to her or make her feel as though anything was her fault. I'm not as angry as I was. I think that's probably been the hardest part of this whole journey, is being able to surrender everything that I thought that I was supposed to control, everything I thought that I was supposed to manage in my life, whether it be addiction, my anger, family, relationships, just being able to surrender that and give that to him and be able to trust him with that. I've learned that being broken doesn't mean I'm weak. Through this journey, I've found healing in relationships with my family. I found healing in places that I thought I was abandoned, feeling like I was abandoned in general. Knowing that God wants me. I think that it took me a long time to ever really believe that, but it's almost like I had to get to such a broken place to ever believe that, okay, God does love me this much.